Welcome to the flip side, and welcome to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved Season 3. And this is going to be a little bit different than normal, isn't it, Sarah?
Yes.
Because actually, all this footage you're about to see has already been recorded, and, well, everything was a massive disaster.
Yes.
And it
so
took...
we're commentating. Because the raw footage is rough.
So you'll see why. So anyway, we started off with looking for the DODO Wyvern. We downloaded this app called Dino Track, or just downloaded this app. Wow.
Well,
Installed the mod.
I think because there was the app, it looked like a phone in the mod.
Anyway, we used this Dino Tracker thing to try to help us find the DODO Wyvern. And what was kind of frustrating about it is it only will tell you what dinosaurs are rendered in your area. So we still had to fly across the entire map to look for this darn wyvern. But we found him after several cycles of him appearing and disappearing, appearing and disappearing. We found this dang sucker in the wyvern trench, which is an unfortunate place. So anyway, we found him. As you can see, it's pretty bright outside, and by the time we got all of our wyverns situated and ready for battle and met up between Sarah and I, well, it was really bright outside, and he left us. So at this point, we were pretty frustrated already because we had finally found this stupid jerk, and
he was
disappeared.
gone.
So,
but then he appeared again.
That's right. We waited another cycle, and then we were ready. And we were crossing our fingers that he was going to be somewhere in this trench again.
Yeah, it was easier to access, for sure.
That's right. And thankfully he was. He was at the other end of the trench, but Sarah was able to find him. So I took our army of wyverns, including my wyvern I'm riding right there, which his name is Wrath, and he's amazing, and it was a level 185 lightning wyvern. But anyway, then we got into a fight with the DODO Wyvern, right? So we sped it up here because we went the
entirety of the night.
Entire night. We fought this stupid guy.
And he kept getting stuck on the ceiling of the map.
Right.
It was frustrating.
He flew all the way up to the ceiling and stayed up there, so I had to keep going and landing. Sarah and I had to alternate.
Running out of stamina.
Right, because the stamina kept running out. Wow, this footage is giving me a headache.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Face.
Good, because I'm reliving how I felt in the moment now with this headache. So anyway, not only were we fighting him all night, but yes, he's gone.
Yeah, and Cindy fell asleep.
Several of our dragons, or wyverns, fell asleep.
We actually
amidst the chaos.
We lost Poopa.
Poopa did die.
Yeah, we lost Poopa in the process.
Which is very sad. So anyway, we lost it again, and now all of our wyverns are...
Beavers.
Most of them are nearly dead.
Yeah.
Except for Wrath, which I'm flying, and Fury, which is Sarah's wyvern. And we even prepping for this, between the last episode and this episode, we went several times to the wyvern trench and got eggs, hatched them, grew them, leveled them up,
healed them.
And then, so anyway, it's a very long process. So we decided to land, and we're like, what the heck are we going to do now? Are we going to wait for another cycle? Because we have spent way too many hours looking for the stupid jerk, and then we found him, fought him all night, and couldn't beat him.
And we couldn't do it.
And so the thought was, well, we could just try again the other cycle, but we're gonna have to get more wyverns because we couldn't even beat him with this group.
Right.
Or we eliminate the time period, like the time constraints. So we went to the Coliseum and we spawned the jerk in. We're gonna be like, you know what? This way, we don't have any time that we have to beat him in. We just have to beat him.
We just have
to
beat him up.
Unfortunately, that means no zombie wyverns in the area.
It was
but
bummer.
When we fought this guy the first time, we ended up killing all of the zombie wyverns anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So we wouldn't have been able to claim any of them because they were all dead already.
Yeah, we tried not to kill them, but they kept getting in the way.
So anyway, we begin the battle once again.
And
all of us,
we're heading towards the ceiling.
That's right. He went all the way back up to the ceiling. And then a couple times we tried to lure him back down because we had a little bit more time. We didn't have to panic.
I think we lost a few
no, we didn't.
Not lost, like as in
like
died,
directionally, yes.
But directionally, some of them wandered away, I think. So I don't even think we had our full wyvern
army during this fight.
Yeah.
But as if this wasn't obnoxious enough, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, sandstorm. Sandstorm and the dodo wyvern, and now we can't see. And we're collecting sand in our pockets. We're gonna have to shower so many times to get all the sand out.
In between your toes.
And so anyway, the fight rages on in the skies over the desert of death and despair, which is my new name for Scorched Earth, because it has just been the worst experience of my life.
Yeah.
But we do eventually kill the stupid jerk.
Spitzo made the final kill.
He sure did. But now we have a problem of collecting all of our wyverns.
In the middle of a sandstorm.
They are hard enough to collect outside of the sandstorm.
Right?
They are such a major pain.
Yeah.
So anyways, we begin the process of trying to collect them one at a time. It is a painstaking process, but I do come across Spitzo and check his inventory since he made the final blow, and there is a skeletal chibi wyvern.
And another Bronto.
And another freaking Bronto every single time we kill one of these dodo mutants.
Standard.
I guess. I don't know. But anyway, it's very dark. So we just kind of wait until the sandstorm ends, and then we go around and try to collect all of them, and it is problematic.
They're everywhere. They weren't even near us.
Yes, it's very it was very frustrating.
And they don't land easily either.
Yes.
So you're like trying to like, woohoo, come over here, land.
So eventually we do find all of them somehow, some way, but we get them all, and then we go back to the house and we get to actually see what we collected. Starting with the chibi, the skeletal wyvern chibi, which is actually pretty cool.
It's a little creepy with all of the little extra bones in its hands.
And all the little white nails it's got.
Yeah,
it's all skeletal until the white nails. But we also got this sick dodo wyvern helmet.
Yes.
Which is just obnoxious.
So large.
It is huge, but it would be fun to color that, like black and red or something like that.
Black and red's your standard color.
I know, that's why I said it would be cool. But this is gonna be my helmet for the foreseeable future. This werewolf skin.
I am Wolfman.
Oh my gosh, come on, son. Come on. That is just too cool. But anyway, you might think, oh great, it's the end of the thing. They did it. No. Listen, guys.
This was not the end of our...
And I blame this all on the stupid dodo mutants. So anyway, we make our way back to Aberration because we want to get set up for the next episode, right? We're going back. We beat the Dodo Rex. We beat the Dodo Wyvern. And now we are going back to Aberration, which is such a relief.
We're like,
you know why, Sarah?
We're back!
Because the Fear Evolved event, I was so excited.
Yeah.
I was so excited for like several weeks leading up to it. I'm like, I cannot wait for the Halloween event.
Yep.
And then we found out about then it started and it was exciting, and then we're like, crap, well, we can't use our prime jerky that we've been saving up for 4 months.
Disappointment.
Right. We had to go out and collect these things one at a time to get the chibis, right? And then we go and we have our issues with the Dodo Rex, and it was just frustrating, but we eventually kill the Dodo Rex after we install a mod and then uninstall it, right? We installed S+, uninstalled it, then we went back to Scorched Earth and all of our stuff had disappeared, and then we came back to Aberration, which is our current series, and everything is gone.
Yeah.
Everything.
Boga.
All of our dinosaurs,
Mando.
our nearly max level rock drakes and spinos, all of the bulb dogs, gone.
Yep.
Completely erased from existence. You can tell
just
the despair.
Like Scorched Earth.
You can tell the despair that I'm going through right now because I've just walked away from my computer.
He just left it here.
It's just done for. So at this point, I start to panic a little bit because the same thing happened to Scorched Earth last episode.
Right.
We just went over this. And it apparently had happened on our Aberration base as well.
Which we were afraid had happened.
I reset the server to October 23rd, and nothing. This is me throwing a very real fit, noticing everything's gone. So I did a different backup. I did a configuration backup thing from October 20th.
Oh my goodness gracious!
And thankfully, everything came back. Oh my gosh. I was so relieved. Everyone's here. from the last moment we were in Aberration, right? We've got Mando, we've got Boga, we've got Chris. Everyone's here. Bert is here. And
wait,
it
who's
was
Bert
just
again?
You're Sarko.
Oh, right. I forgot.
And
Jacob was going to throw the dodo off a cliff.
It's because its mutant brothers were the cause of all this nonsense. Okay? But I just threw him back because Sarah talked me out of murdering it. Sacrificing it on a stone table of justice. So all the glow pets are back as well. But when I walk in here to see the glow pets, I'm like, crap. I left
feather lights.
because we reset the server. The server, when it rebooted after it installed the backup, put us back on the island. And so I saw that in the settings. I'm like, oh, I don't want to be on the island. We want to be on Aberration. So I switched it to Aberration. And then I realized that our glow pets and our ravagers are still on the island. And this is where it gets really confusing. Because in order for the update or for the server to reset, I put it all the way back to October 20th. Yeah, all of our dodo zombie dodos are still here. Because I thought they'd all be gone.
Right.
Because I reset it way past when these guys existed.
Uh-huh.
And all of these creatures, we thought the direwolves would be gone, Ashley would be gone. Everyone's here. It makes no sense.
No.
It was just, I don't understand.
It was confusing
so
for sure.
Anyway, they're all here.
They're
Fantastic.
still here.
So then I'm running back to the obelisk to, upload Fofo and Lisa, and I realized I had left Lisa on the island.
Right. I left Zap on the island too, so we both had to go back at separate times.
So we run after all of this. Now we just plain forgot somebody.
Right.
We left her behind. So I have to run all the way back and grab Lisa and then run all the way back to the... Well, thankfully, I hadn't made it all the way back to the obelisk.
I made it all the way to the obelisk and had to go back.
And you had to turn all the way around.
Just for my feather light.
And it's not like we could take a bird because we don't want to upload the bird to take it to Aberration because I don't think you could even bring them to Aberration.
Which, hey, we still have our really awesome RGs.
So check this out, guys. I get to the obelisk and then I see our creatures, Lisa and Fofo, in the upload and the current, or the uploaded and the current list.
Yes.
I didn't think much of it because this game could be kind of glitchy sometimes. But then I come over to Arc Data and see that everything that I was initially taking from Scorched Earth over to Aberration is still there. When I reset the server, it did not delete any of my items that I had.
So we had duplicates.
So we had just a few duplicates that we were messing with here.
It duplicated some things, but it didn't duplicate others when you transfer them, I noticed.
So, yeah, very confusing.
Yeah, it
the
doesn't make
shotgun
sense.
shells and everything are gone. So anyway, we switch back to Aberration after that. And our stuff is here. Thank goodness. We had no reason to think that this wouldn't be here.
But still, with the way that things
we were
were
just
trending,
relieved. That's right.
It was just nerve-wracking
We
when we're
were
switching
just
servers now.
Very grateful that the building was there. And when I sign in for our next episode, I'm just going to be happy
That it's still there.
if the server turns on at this point. So I hop on Boga, and I have to go and collect my stuff at this point.
Right.
And Sarah and I are just sighing.
Just ready to be
I
done,
was going to say
think.
it was a sigh of relief, but really it was just like
Let's just get this over with.
and uninstall this game and punch the hole through the monitor that I keep threatening to do. It almost happened today, Sarah.
I know.
So anyway, I came here, and the candy corn was not yet on the ground, and so I just took a moment to kind of rest.
Just hang out.
Just kind of collect myself, take in the scenery, because I'm feeling pretty wiped out at this point.
Just feeling grateful for Boga.
This whole just saga of the Dodo Rex, the Dodo Wyvern, everything disappearing on Scorched Earth, everything disappearing on Aberration, having to go and tame all those dire wolves,
all the wyverns,
farm the ghost skins for the dire wolves, and then go and find eggs for the wyverns, hatch them, grow them, level them up, wait for them to heal all the way.
I slept through most of that.
Yeah, I did not. So I'm just feeling a little just frustrated with the whole Fear Evolved event right now.
Yes.
And you know what? I'm just happy to be back on Aberration. And I was happy because I realized you had given me a better axe that's better than what I currently have.
I did do
I have
that.
2 skeletal chibis, because I
Nice.
didn't realize I had one in the data, and I'm like, screw this. I'm not losing that material. I spawned that in. Because I'm like, we killed it, but then I reset the server. I didn't have it.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
So I gave it back to myself, and then I found that it was
They
in the
had
ARC data, right? It hadn't disappeared for some reason.
So I wonder if that means that all our wyverns are still on scorched earth.
I have no idea.
But I don't want to switch maps
Neither do I.
anymore.
I really would
so
love
we
to
will
see.
not find out till much later.
I really am curious if Wrath and Fury survive.
Right, because those guys. Well, Jacob got a max level wyvern. That's what.
check
Wrath
this out.
is.
We found some sweet veggie cakes in the candy corn thing, and that's what the ovises take to tame. And there's so many aberrant
Isn't there
ovises.
another-
But oh my gosh,
I get what you're
that's
saying.
just how I feel right now.
But
in
isn't
life.
there a second creature in Aberration that also takes the sweet cakes?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
But you know what I do know is if you feed the I put Lisa back. That's the important thing.
You didn't leave her in a cryopod.
That's right. I put Lisa back, so she's good. And I also put food in Fofo. But I also, speaking of food, fed Boga one of the candy corns.
Oh, really?
I sure did. And he looks freaking sick. I gave him 2 different kinds.
Oh.
Okay, so the first one I gave him, it made him pretty orange. It was pretty cool. I do it here in just a second. And the candy corn thing, so what it does is it gives you your dino a little bit of a stat boost. And it changes their color for like 24 hours, I think. Or it's permanent. I don't know.
No, I think it is.
But
the
check this
24
one out.
hours.
So he looks kind of the same color until his wings.
I know his wings are super
Or his
cool.
feathers.
Yeah,
These are
whatever.
not technically feathers. But anyway, that's it. And that is how Fear evolved, and by extension, the Dodo Wyvern nearly made me quit ARC forever. Thanks for watching, guys. And next episode, we're going to get back to some normal stuff. Back to our aberration adventures.
Yes.
Which we may find a ghost basilisk or reaper still, or a ghost bulldog. I'd still like to find one of those. But yeah.
Can you tame those?
What? Can you tame a bulldog?
A ghost bulldog.
Oh my gosh! Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see all of you on
The Flip Side.